Hello there, good morning. Welcome to another amazing edition of iBrand Daybreak. It's a beautiful Thursday morning right here in Lagos, Nigeria. And I'm sure it's beautiful every part of Nigeria too. Congratulations to our Muslim brothers and sisters. I like to call them brothers and sisters because indeed you are our brothers and sisters. My name is Margaret Topper and I have my amazing co-host with me in the studio, Michael Nats. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Margaret.
So I called the Muslims our brothers and sisters and I'm sure you agree with that.
Of course they are.
Yeah,
100%. And we want to say a happy Salah Day to every Muslim brother and sister out there.
You know, last night I was talking to a Muslim friend of mine. I was like, I allowed you, I did not call you this while because I know you are fasting. And I asked him, Shay, you give me ram today. He said, no, this is not the Salah they kill ram. I'm confused, please. And I told him, any Salah they kill ram, please call me because we are all Muslims in this.
Okay, they're not going to kill ram this time around. No,
that's what he said. No, it confuses me. You know, they have a lot of celebrations and they call almost all of them Salah. I really would not know, but I don't know the one they killed the ram. But please, I'm appealing. Any of the Salahs you kill ram, Michael and I are ready to eat the ram.
I can't even wait.
Yeah, so on the show today we have a news update, paper review. We have the topic for the day and we'd like to hear your thoughts on, or read your thoughts on our comment section, the live chat below. We have the tweet central and of course Success Cameras will be standing by for Entertainment Corner. But before we delve into all of that, we'll start with the news update. And then the first on the list is the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has declared 3 days of prayers against insecurity and other problems in the nation. CAN National General Secretary Daramola Joseph announced this in a circular dated May 11, 2021 and addressed to the leadership of the Christian body at various levels. He explained that the leadership of the association considered the prayers important for God's mercy and intervention in the continued killings, banditry, terrorism, and other problems facing the country. The prayers are scheduled to hold May 28 and 30.
The Lagos state government says it will enforce the coronavirus pandemic law against defaulters to ensure the protection of citizens against the third wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Professor Akin Abayomi, the State Commissioner for Health, spoke on Wednesday at a media briefing on the Lagos COVID-19 third wave mitigation strategy. Abayomi said the state government would take the law seriously, adding that enforcement is key to mitigating the third wave of COVID-19 infection in the state. According to him, the law confers on the state governor the right to order the quarantine, imprisonment, sanctions and fines for individuals who deliberately disobey the law and endanger lives of other citizens.
And on the Eid al-Fitr celebration, Governor Ahmad Fintri of Adamawa State has congratulated Muslim Ummah on the celebration of Eid al-Fitr and appealed to them to always exhibit good virtues of Ramadan for the progress of the society. Humwasi Wonosiko, press secretary to the governor, said this in a statement on Wednesday in Yola. Now he appealed to Muslim faithful to help strengthen the bond of friendship and unity across the state.
From Nigeria to Uganda, where President Yoweri Museveni was re-elected in January for a sixth term, was sworn in on Wednesday at a ceremony in the capital Kampala, which was placed under heavy security to avoid any demonstrations by the opposition, which is contesting his election. According to the official results, Museveni obtained 58% of the votes cast during the January 14 election and denounced this a masquerade by his main opponent, Bobi Wine, who received 35% of the votes. A large security detail was set up for the ceremony, which was attended by 11 African heads of state, as well as Chinese and Russian representatives, in order to avoid disturbances from the opposition. The main opposition leaders, Bobi Wine and Kizza Besigye, said their homes had been surrounded by armed police and military.
Still on the foreign scene, President Joe Biden of the United States of America on Wednesday said he was hopeful that a cycle of violence between Israelis and Palestinians would end soon after a phone conversation he had with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. My expectation and hope is this will be closing down sooner than later, but Israel has a right to defend itself Biden told reporters at the White House. Now, Biden did not explain the reason behind his optimism. He said his national security team had been in frequent contact with counterparts in Israel, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates to try to bring about a resolution in the conflict.
And that wraps it up on the news updates this morning. We're going to take a breather at this point and come back a little later with more. And that's talking about the press review. Stay with us.
Powerful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. Found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. My name is Neil. I found Blemiville, and now my skin finally makes sense.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services, and meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
Okay, so back once again. We're still on the show's goodies on the delivery line. And right now we have to talk about the headlines on some of today's Nigerian dailies. We're not doing this alone as usual. We have here in the house Femi Johnson, a public affairs analyst, to help us analyze some of the emerging issues. Hello, Femi.
Yeah, Michael, good morning.
Can I say happy Salah to you?
Yes, you should say that, you know.
But I know you're not a Muslim.
But we are all Nigerians.
I like that.
In the spirit of unity,
I like that.
I will say happy Salah to all our Muslim brothers and sisters out there, and to everyone.
That's a good one.
Thank you, Femi.
Now, straight to action. The Guardian. North kicks as a Afenifere, others back southern governors on cattle grazing ban. The topmost part, editorial that is, federalism is the answer, after all. Eid al-Fitr, Buhari, other leaders call for unity and prayers. Margaret,
Right now, the Nation paper says roll over South governors call for dialogue and restructuring. And the writers are saying Southern senators, reps, Sands, Bandev, others asked back Asaba declaration. Ndume Yusuf, Labour chief, governors playing to the gallery. And now also diaspora remittances dropped by 4.65 billion US dollars. And the topmost part says Indian variant Lagos puts US Ghana under watch. Police withdraw escort from ministers VIP. South, Southeast affected. And the Khan Christian Association of Nigeria declares 3-day prayer against insecurity. Page 29 has the full story. APC to screen 1,385 Lagos Council poll aspirants on Saturday. Page 29 has the full story. Over to you, Michael.
Yeah, Vanguard now. Southern Governors 10-point solution. Regional groups, Southern senators, reps back governors. Ohaneze, ACF, Afenifere, Pandev, MBF throw weight behind Southern governors. Electricity blackout as national grid suffers systems collapse. COVID-19, Lagos government places 14 countries under watch lists.
Right now, moving to this day paper from the top to the bottom. The top says NPC picks 16 companies for new crude oil swap deal. Again, prices near $70, just a rider. And parents seek law school student relocation over Boko Haram threat. Details on page 10. Judicial legislative workers give fresh conditions to suspend strike. Riders saying insist outstanding allocations are paid. Say pacts must be backed by law. Now the top story say Buhari at Salah seeks prayers to end banditry and kidnapping. Atiku Lawan Saraki Tinubu preach righteousness. And lastly, President won't ignore 17,000 governors, says Akeredolu. Page 5 has the full story. Again, thank you, Femi Johnson, for joining us.
Always my pleasure.
Welcome once again, Femi.
Now, back to this day paper. The top story says Buhari at Salah seeks prayers to end banditry, kidnapping.
Well, I understand the context at which the president is calling for prayers as a result of the celebration, his goodwill message to Muslim brothers and sisters and for Nigerians. I understand that context. You see, but it's important for the president to also understand that Nigerians didn't vote the president to call for prayers. If we wanted someone who we know will have to call for prayers, then maybe we will have elected someone like Pastor Tunde Bakare. We will have elected someone like Pastor T.B. Joshua and the rest of the men of God who we know that is their core responsibility. I'm not too comfortable with the fact that we, of course, as a Christian, I believe in prayers, I believe in miracles, but we must
I was wondering, is that a bad idea?
It's not a bad idea.
That God can handle all situations?
It's not a bad idea, but we must also understand that God will not do for you what you can do for yourself. Why do we have leaders? What's the essence of leadership if they can't solve problems? Why you're giving the job in the first place is just like someone seeking for a job. You're giving the job based on your capacity, based on your experience. I can't imagine as a CEO of a company, I'm employing someone to solve a problem, and resumption, you're telling me the first thing or what you have to do is to pray. I'm not against praying or prayers. I'm a Christian. I strongly believe in God. I strongly believe in prayers. But what I'm saying is God will not do for Nigerians what their president can do for them. Don't forget, years back when this man was campaigning, he was talking to us. But now, in fact, why do governors have to compel the president to talk to us? You remember the Southern governors, they had a meeting on Tuesday where they are now calling on the president to address the nation, looking at the state of insecurity and the development. Why should it get to that extent? Why should you compel the president to talk to the people that elected him in the first place? So what I'm talking about is the failure in governance has brought us here, not prayers. Nigerians have been praying and they will continue to. In fact, when it talks about religion, Nigerians are very religious. We take prayer seriously. But when it comes to taking responsibilities for our problems, our leaders shy away from that. And to solve these problems, you don't need angels to solve them. Human beings, we have to solve them. The president, the governors, our leaders have to rise up to their responsibility. And the way things are now, you discover that everything is stopping at the table of the president because he's the commander-in-chief. The governors are helpless. Does it bother you when they had their meeting on Tuesday, they came up with resolutions and everything was sent to the president? Everything centered or still centers on the president because we run a presidential kind of government. And so for my president to start saying, okay, the only option we now is, I understand we need to pray. Maybe that will go well, but for my president to start saying, oh, the only option we have to pray is not helping us. He was elected in the first place because he had the military background. He had the experience which we think is needed at this time. And for Nigerians to now be compelling him to talk to us, I don't think is good. When he was campaigning, he was talking to us. See the irony. But now, is there and you know.
So what you're saying in effect is, on the part of the president, it is like less action, more prayers.
Yes.
That's what we're seeing.
And what we need to do is more actions, more prayers.
The other way around.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're taking another break here. We'll come back shortly with the main topic of the day, which we're going to address right here in the house. Do not go away.
True unripe plantain flour is 100% natural flour gotten from the processing of unripe plantain. It contains no addictive and has a net content of 500 grams. True unripe plantain flour contains vitamin A, B6 and C. It is gluten-free and rich in calcium. Consuming True unripe plantain flour helps to build and strengthen stronger bones and can be a great meal for diabetic patients. It decreases your chances of constipation as it has a high fiber content and provides you with a low-fat diet. Here are some steps to prepare your True unripe plantain flour. Firstly, mix True unripe plantain flour with hot water in a pot and gradually add water till you achieve desired thickness. Place over medium heat and turn very well for 4 to 5 minutes to get the right texture. Mold into a ball and place in a bowl and allow to cool. Serve with your choice of soup. True unripe plantain flour can be eaten with any variety of soup, be it your ofe oha, ofe onugbu, begiri, ewedu, or your miyan kuka. To get your True unripe plantain flour, contact us at 12 Olowera Isheri Road by First Welder Bus Stop off Omole Phase 2, Olowera, Lagos, Nigeria, or call 070-6663-8213 or 081-6397-4447. Distributors.
Fresh from the farm, e good for body. No chemical at all. This na real banga. No more wahala or pandy washy. Just put on for fire and your food is ready. Everybody follow me to banga, hey banga, oh. Make you follow me to banga, cook don't easy. Banga na palm fruit where they come out. Put them inside can. You fit use banga cook any kind soup where you like. And other food them like rice, beans, and even yam. Now Pali Agro Product Limited then they manufacture them. For distribution, make you call 070-666-38213. Banga for make your food meal.
Powerful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. I've found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. My name is Neo. I found Blemiville, and now my skin finally makes sense.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery. Ooh.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
Powerful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. I've found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. My name is Neo. I found Blemiville, and now my skin finally makes sense.
Fresh from the farm, e good for body. No chemical at all. This na real banga. No more wahala or pandy washy. Just put on for fire and your food is already. Everybody follow me to banga, eh, banga, eh.
Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in, this is iBrand Daybreak, and now we have the topic for the day. Now there's currently a trending hashtag on Twitter, hashtag @23, where people talked about what they could and couldn't achieve at 23. Now it's the topic. It started from. We will tell you the story of how it started later on, but now the pressure, we are linking it to the pressure parents, society, and peers put on young people, including the pressure they put on themselves. Now let's hear your thoughts on these. Let's hear what you have to say about this at the live chat below. On the in studio right here with us, we have Success Caminus and Chide as our guest presenters, and of course we have Michael Nath.
Very much around. Yeah.
Amazing.
It is Salah. What do you mean?
You look,
I was going
they can't see your sneakers. I wish they can see what you have.
I was going to say it's just one person on set, right? That
No, I'll come down. You're not patient enough. That's why.
Okay.
All right, today we promised the audience, we promised the viewers, and we'll tell them how it all started up. I know you are the king of tweets, so can you just Gist us, how
You
did
say
it
I'm the
start?
king of tea.
So, king of twist.
Take it over.
Yeah, let's
I'm not
hear
Jack.
from you.
Okay, but it started off with at 23. It's actually been basically trending for almost 24 hours now, more than that. And I started off with a lady who, okay, people were talking about relationship issues and how a guy at 23 is expected to bring so much to the table. So just a talk of what do you bring to the table, and then a lady, I've forgotten her handle, she said, why do people expect a lady at 23 to bring so much to the table? I've not achieved so much in my life. The only thing I can bring to the table is elite personality. Up till now, I still don't know what elite personality is. There's not much I can bring to the table. And then, of course, Twitter took on that tweet and a lot of talks about what you've achieved at 23. And it's quite interesting because Nigeria is a society where you are so much, would I say chained down, you're so much pinned down that even at a young age you realize you've not, a level you're meant to be, you can't really get to that level because of the kind of society we find ourselves in.
We're coming to that. So I wanted you to just tell us the genesis of the story while I read the tweet, but we'll still come to that now.
Okay.
Jidechi, the king of tweets in iBrand, has told us the genesis of the story. Now, let me just read some of the tweets for you. Tony Tone tweeted, said, at 23, I was working in a job I hated. I would literally fall in calling sick so regularly because the stress of it made me ill often. I had no clue what I wanted to do with my life. I was winging it. Now I'm 31 in my dream career and I'm so happy. 20s are trial and error. And also at Uncle Sola Adio said, I had no job. I was still living with my parents. I was serving my pastor in church by driving him around town. I had no cars. Now, don't let any faceless person in this app from Akonjo use their over-exaggerated statements to tension you. Yeah, and someone also tweeted and said that 23, I was presenting business news on the news at 7 on Ekiti State Television during his NYSC days until I got sabotaged and taken off air because of in-house office politics by some people who thought I wanted to take their job with my pretty cool accent. And at Joel said, at 23, I was still too afraid to tell my dad that the accounting exams I was passing were for his ICANN qualified pocket. Because anybody that hires me to do their books will not believe it when they see me goofing. Which one is debit, which one is credit? Well, since we have lots of tweets, but I'll just read two more. At Savirinu said, at 23, I'm growing at my own pace. Okay, I think this person is currently 23. So he's saying, I'm dealing with pressure and growing. I am learning and finding my strength. I'm rising and spreading my wings. I am becoming the best I wanted to be. This is what matters to me. And lastly, at Lillian Olange said, don't guilt trip anyone for doing well at 23. It's not and wasn't easy. They definitely have more to do getting ahead. Don't also look down on anyone for not figuring it out at 23. They will eventually be and hopefully be excellent. We are all moving at different paces. Now, it brings us to the issue Jidechi was trying to talk about at 23. Jidechi, now.
Yeah, I want to stick with the last two tweets from Savi Rinu. Rinu's tweet is it for me, and also the last tweet. We look at our lives individually. Michael will ask himself what he has achieved at 23. You ask yourself, success will ask herself. We all realize that we were on different paths as at this young age. And what this thread is doing is that as much as it makes you see what many people have achieved at 23, you individually also need to understand that at that point in my life, if I had not achieved so much, now this is for those that are beyond 23. You look at your life and you tell yourself, at that age, I might not have achieved so much, but where I am today is what matters. And for someone that's under 23, the pressure now looks like it's too much on you to achieve as much as these people have achieved at that age. But you need to understand that it's their life.
Our paths are
not
different.
Your life.
True. Our paths are different, and yes, we are all treading different paths. Now, the clock, this live I like to call life a clock, because life is a gift of time. So our clock is the same. We have the same time, but our paths are different. I want to be something. I'm a presenter, I'm a broadcaster. This is what I want to do with my life for the rest of my days. But then I want to keep growing. Someone would like to be an engineer. Someone wants to have a career in modeling. And sometimes the paths we pick determine how fast or slow things work for us. And this is life. We can't really predict. You can only do your best. So what I would say is this trend, let me talk about Nengi. She has so many things going for her right now. She claims to be 23 years old. Lots of people don't agree with her, but I'm just like, Nigerians, rest. It's her age. And she went to a competition. She's shining, bagging endorsement, acting and stuff. I look at her, or people that are 23-year-old right now in 2021, they'd be like, she's doing so well. What am I doing with my life? Don't look at yourself that way. Don't use this trend as a way to put yourself down, because Nengi's race is different from your race, is different from Mr. Nuts, Madam Margaret's age.
Someone like Kelechi Iheanacho that is just turning 20. Okay, he's just turning 24.
He's turning 24. Imagine the sports anchor, Mr. Jidechi, over here.
No, imagine that kind of thing. So that's the funny thing with it. It just makes you realize that
you're not in a race with anybody, basically. It's just if you're looking at other people's success story, what I do is, I tap into that. This is my dream, but this other person, because I listen to a lot of billionaire stories, and they struggle, and they hit it so big at, say, 45, and maybe all through their life till they got to that age, they were soliloquizing and lamenting on how they're not doing anything or how things are not working, and then you get to that point when it's your time, and boom. You're bigger than the person that was big when they were 23, you know?
Let's hear from Michael.
The way I want to come is this, all right? Age, per se, should not determine one's achievement. I agree with that. But you've now rolled out names of those who have achieved it at about 23. I think that should serve as an inspiration to the rest of the people out there. If somebody my age has achieved so much, while I have not even taken a step, like knowing the direction, where to go or what to do, that fact that my age mate out there achieved so much can act as or serve as an inspiration for me.
And a wake-up call.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, that's an aspect of it. The other aspect is, in the past, before one goes to school, or one went to school then, there's this thing they do like...
measuring your highlight.
Do you understand? Which means you have to, at 10 years, you see somebody probably doing primary one or thereabout. Yes!
His hand can cross.
Do you understand? Once you place your hand on the hand, if your hand does not touch your ear or cover your ear, you're not yet mature enough to go to school. But these days, it's not that way. At 9 years, somebody has even left primary school.
Of course. Secondary school already.
Secondary school, 10 years, 11 years, somebody's in secondary school. Before you know it, count plus 5, 14 years.
And you're out.
What are we talking about? So 23 is too far away, as far as I'm concerned. One should aim at being somebody, achieving something in life much, much earlier than 23. So, yes, that's the way I look at it. It's an inspiration. Target it. If you can't make it at 23...
There's nothing wrong with what you say. The point is, where it's just like me telling myself at 30, I want to achieve one or two things.
Yes.
And then I get to 30, I start looking at, have I really achieved this?
All the things
I'm
that
meant to be at this place.
Can I tell you something?
That's when you get toxic.
If you don't do that, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out so much.
That's why I say I buy your idea. You should not relax because you feel at this age you can't achieve these certain things. The only way you can achieve it is when you spoil yourself to achieve it. But my point now is, if you've done your bid and you get to that age, that range,
don't kill yourself.
There's no need
to.
Yeah, that's just
don't
what we're talking about.
Set timelines, set goals, and say, okay, within the space of this to this. But then you know that this is live and challenges will come.
That will always keep you on your toes.
Challenges will come. You will maneuver it, and then most often than not, those goals we set don't come when we want it or how we want them to come. So we have to factor that in. So when you get to 30 and maybe you've not done exactly that thing, but you've seen the progress you've made, clap for yourself,
I think
please.
the point this topic is trying to make is the pressure society, parents and peers put on these people. For instance, someone would say, I want to get married at 25. And then you get to 25, you're not married. And then you start beating yourself up because you start looking at my friend at 25, she got married, she has 4 kids. Imagine me, I'm 25, I want to get married, there's no man even coming my way. And then someone else will say,
that's a negative approach to it.
No, that's the thing. Okay, for instance, I set my goals. It's funny because I said at this age I must have finished secondary school and then I'll enter university this age. After this, I'll finish secondary university. I get. But when life happened, I don't know that.
Can I ask you a question? Did you work towards achieving?
Of course, I wouldn't sit back because I said I want to do this. See, now the thing is, Nigeria's system of education. You want to finish at 25 and
no.
I think one of the worst things we do to ourselves sometimes is attach an age. Do I say an age limit to achievements we want in life?
I agree.
I think it's one of the biggest mistakes.
That's the biggest mistake. Do not say 30. Just say I want to do this in the space of now to 2 years. I want to do this in the space of 2 years. Don't give yourself, because when 30 comes, you will be alone in your room crying. And people, especially when you say it out and say, oh, by 30, I should be married, and then you said it out, so people will come to gloat and say, you said you wanted to do this.
You asked if I work towards it. The truth is, I'm sure that some things you have achieved and worked towards that you didn't get at the point you wanted to get.
Of course.
Sure.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
That was the case with you.
Now the point is, after we don't have so much time now. We have little more, less than a few minutes to go. But the thing is, the things you've worked towards achieving, sometimes they don't come the way you want to come. The problem is not coming. The problem is when someone is not putting you under pressure. Look at the age. Look at your mates.
Look at your mates. That word has killed so many people.
The point with young people is the fact that probably you finish school with some people and now they have jobs. You do not have a job. And then there's nothing wrong in you saying after school I should have a job. But the problem is when you work towards those things, you're not lying down, you're working towards those things
and they're not happening.
Do not kill yourself. Long as you're doing your best. I believe in prayers. You're praying and working towards it. If it don't happen when you want it, trust me, God's timing is always the best.
Well,
yeah,
I still maintain, let age, if that's what is going to make you work, make you get more active, let age be it. Okay? So all I'm trying to say is, wherever you are, work towards your dream. Okay? Do not relax. All right? Hoping that probably manna is going to drop from heaven and stuff like it does not happen anymore these days. Work hard. Pray too. To those two factors combined, probably you see things working out positively for you. Yeah. We'll have to thank her.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right,
success.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you very, very much.
You.
It's been a very exciting one there. We'll take a brief break now. We'll come back with success and the entertainment corner.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's true unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
True unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. True unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores.
You go enter local market just make you go buy fresh palm fruit. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the up, open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again. My brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447. 08035644436 07066638213. Banga Fresh Pam.
Powerful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. Found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. My name is Neil. I found Blemiville, and now my skin finally makes sense.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
Most people don't understand the magic of the perfect skin, the allure of the well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa.
Thanks for staying with us. This is iBrand Daybreak. Welcome to the Entertainment Corner. My name is Success Kamenis. Now, Chidima Ikele, evangelism in Yoruba. Mercy Johnson leaves fans amused with role as a Rasta artist. He is sick but doesn't have throat cancer. Baba D debunks rumors. Now, popular Nigerian musician Chidima Ikele, who recently turned a gospel artist and went viral a few weeks ago when she announced her new life in Christ, has shown that she's not ashamed about preaching God's word. In an Instagram post, the KDK crooner took her evangelism to the streets as she preached to some men at a beer parlor. As she preached, Chidima stated that she's not ashamed of Christianity and then went on to lead them in a prayer session. Aside from her confidence in spreading the good news about her religion, what amazed many was the way she spoke with the men in fluent Yoruba, despite being Igbo. Trust me to bring you words from the comment section. Now, Lizzie Art Studio said, God bless you for doing what some of us have failed to do. Jibola Ogo says, you hear Yoruba past some Yoruba people self-chai. Simon Jones 2018 said, I love the way she's evangelizing in Yoruba. Awesome. Wish I could speak Yoruba that well. And congratulations to you, Chidima, on finding what makes you happy. Now, when it comes to Nollywood actresses with impeccable range, Mercy Johnson Okoje unarguably comes up as one of the top people on that list, as it goes without saying that she always understands the assignment. Just a few hours ago, she left fans cracking up after she posted a video clip of herself from what appears to be the making of a movie originally posted by a movie maker Austin Ilo. In the clip, the actress shared she shared her figure hugging look for a more carefree look, dishing out Rasta vibe. The actress was dressed in brightly colored shorts and a button-down shirt as she mimicked a Rastafarian. So posting the video, she wrote, "Pirates, stay clear." And some people had this to say. Now, Elisha official says, "Mercy, why?" Rita Dominic says, "My goodness." Faith Ojo says, "You're killing us." Fit Vibe of IG says, the role Mercy cannot act does not exist. Rasta woman. So I'd have to agree with you, because that woman is a beast when it comes to her field, which is acting. Now, popular Nigerian singer Olariwaju Fashasi, otherwise known as Sound Sultan, is currently going through a challenging time health-wise. Now, rumors claimed he was diagnosed with throat cancer and is currently undergoing chemotherapy to destroy the harmful cancer cells in his throat. Hours after these reports made the rounds, the singer's elder brother, Baba D, reached out to dismiss the rumors of throat cancer while confirming that the singer is indeed sick. Baba D assured that his brother is recuperating in New York. Wondering why the false report spread without question? Now, according to Healthline.com, men are more likely to develop throat cancer than women, noting that certain lifestyle habits like smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, poor dental hygiene, amongst other things, increase the risk of developing cancer of the throat. Fair enough, I agree, but can we quit jumping into conclusion and pushing false narrative? Meanwhile, the comments did not fail to produce prayer warriors, with lots of people coming with the "I pray you get well, I pray you do this." I hope you get well soon too at Sound Sultan and be back on your feet. That's all we have from this corner. Make sure to interact with us on the live stream. Back to you, Margaret.
Thank you so much, Success. We wish Sound Sultan a quick and safe recovery. Chidima is doing a great job. Also, Mercy Johnson is an amazing actress. Now we delve into the Tweet Central. Twitter has a lot for us. And now it's the end of the Ramadan fast. And our Muslim faithfuls, Muslim brothers and sisters, people on Twitter, wishing you a happy Ramadan. I'll just read through the tweet quickly. Paul Pogba said, "May Allah accept our Ramadan, forgive our sins, accept our good deeds. May Allah give us peace in our religions and peace in the world. Amen. Eid Mubarak, brothers and sisters." And Fatima said, "Eid Mubarak to everyone celebrating Alhamdulillah for completing another Ramadan. May our fasts and prayers be accepted. I hope you are all able to have a blessed day, and please keep those who are suffering from injustice and hardship in your prayers today." We'd like to stop here. I'd like to say again what she said. Those who are suffering from injustice and hardship, keep them in your prayers, irrespective of your religion, African traditional worshiper, Christian, Muslim. It doesn't matter. We are all brothers and sisters, and we all love ourselves. I'm sure about that. We'll have to wrap up the segment at this point. Sadly, we can't take all the tweets we have for today, but we have to. I'm sure you enjoyed. Later in the day, we'll have a repeat belt, and if you missed it, please do not miss that one. And join us tomorrow for another amazing segment. Before we wrap up, I would like to leave you with a tweet from the Holy Prophet Muhammad. It says, "If any Muslim comes out of Ramadan without gaining forgiveness and goodness, he's a real loser." That's self-explanatory. So just gain forgiveness and goodness in this Ramadan season. At this point, we wrap up the show. My name is Margaret Opera.
And I'm Michael North. Happy Ramadan to Muslim brothers and sisters out there.